What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another umamusume video. Yesterday, like I mentioned on Sunday, that since we posted on Sunday, decided not to post a JP video yesterday, which is why there was only the global video yesterday for the CM, and then now we're just back, pretty much. So if it wasn't obvious, yes, the next video, which is now the video today, is going to be on Still in Love, just to see how we are going to train her for the first time training her. The only issue would be can't use her card. Can't use her card. So what I've decided to do is I'm gonna just, instead of bringing the Kita card, decided, why don't I just use my level 35 almond eye? Why not? So here we are with 2 speed cards, Dormente, Almond Eye. Super Creek stamina card. Was still debating whether or not I should have ran Guts or not. Tamamo Power and Mejuro Ramano for the Wise card, along with the Tucker Bryan Friend card. So hopefully this goes like how my other trainings have been, just around the UB range. Hopefully it is my first time training her, so we'll see how that goes. So we're just gonna get the run started, but before we do get started with the run and the comments from the last video, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined the circle or are looking for a circle to join. What am I looking at? Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle, and then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Requests channel on the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. I have no idea what's I'm gonna just leave it at the top, and then assuming this is don't show me again, so I'm gonna just go with that. I'm not too sure what that option was, so I'm just gonna, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, that threw me off as if it wasn't obvious, but regardless, is the run gonna start? Okay. Yeah, that just caught me off guard. New menu screen, whatever pops up, and I was like, that is something I haven't seen at all. But let's just get the first few couple turns done with, and then, or yeah, we'll just go through the first few couple turns as usual while I get the comments loaded up. But yeah, if you guys didn't remember, I did say that I think I mentioned this on Sunday, but I did move around my room, and now I just have an empty space in the corner that my desk was previously in. Oh, that's not the one. And I was thinking, what can I add there to fill up the space? And since I finally got to clear up some space in my room, decided that it would be a good time to get a corner shelf. And the corner shelf I saw was pretty nice, but I think that'll be later on. Kind of something I was planning, but didn't have the space. Finally decided to clear up some space by removing unnecessary things, obviously. And now they're just a open corner. Oh, and then yesterday, or I guess Sunday night, was when I don't know if I mentioned it on Sunday, but built my little side table for my PC. Now it's been on the floor this whole time, like on a little rolling stand. So we're just always in the bottom. Now I just have it on top of the little table I got. Not only that, it has drawers and some extra storage, basically. Yeah, that's pretty nice addition. And I also made sure this table was big enough for the future PC. Because I already have, like I said, I already have the case, and I had to make sure that it was my case will at least fit on top of it. Should probably just rest. Yeah, I should probably just rest. But I do have the comments loaded. There are a good amount of comments, so I'm just trying to see. All right. First comment we will be going over is going to be from, I think they're going to tell me to do this. It's going to be from Rick. And the first one says, I wasn't expecting a video on Sunday. Some of us did pull yesterday from the circle. They were crazy pulls. You should check it out. I don't know if you uploaded earlier or if it was meant to be an extra Uma video this week. Oh, no. Well, I did meant to upload on Sunday. That was intentional. But the reasoning is because I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to be like 2 days. After when I uploaded the video. So I've done this before for pretty much, I believe I did it for 2 other anniversaries last year. I don't know if it was a half anniversary, probably was, and some other anniversary. It was either this 4-year one or maybe a 3-year one. I don't remember. I just know it was one of those. And basically, if I do post over the weekend, then Monday would normally just be taken as a day off to kind of stick to the schedule in the same way at the same time. Kinda. So yeah, it was on purpose. I wouldn't accidentally just uploaded it. Noah responded saying, I think your luck popped off. I think judging from, I think I did skim through it. I think most of y'all's luck were just way better than mine. It was like pretty darn good. Next comment from Rick says, rough pulls and we have strong cards on this banner and we are close to the new scenario and maybe anime Aguri soon. I guess you are forced or need to save your gems now. I went to 110 pulls on support cards and got 3 random cards. I'll go to at least 1 pity and decide after 3 pulls if I want to go to 2 pity. I have 3 rainbow shards and I'm close to 4, but I got some gems back and some rainbow shards thanks to side games adding previous challenge races, so I got free stuff. Yeah, I was debating on just like doing the master challenge on my own time. Because for the most part, I normally don't even. I think I've only posted master challenge video like twice. So at the same time, I can't just do it on my own time and I guess, I don't know, look around the game, see what I'm possibly missing to do and all that. But yeah, the plan is pretty much the same as every Annie. I'm just gonna go do the pity for the support cards, and then that'll be pretty much it, regardless of what happens. So pretty much after the support cards, just back to saving up, and that'll be it. Nova says, I think if you are going to be a cautious catch-up, aim for MLB Stay Gold and leave it at that. A general card is worth more, and group speed is just a bit niche from what I can tell, or if you're a betweener nut like me, it's non-negotiable. Yeah, for the most part, it is more heavy on the betweener support, but if you must, you can still kind of use it as a general, from what I remember from the skills, right? Yeah, there's still, or just as a medium distance one, which is, yeah. It seems like we're gonna be out of the medium distance. Ooh. Medium distance races once the new scenario comes in. At least that's what it seems like. I think this is the last comment from Rick. Yeah. Then the last comment from Rick says, Sun and Love reminds me of Robin Grima from Fire Emblem Awakening, but that's just me, I guess. Do I see it? I don't know if I see it. I don't know if I see it. Probably because it's been a while, but I don't see it. I probably would have to take a look. But other than that, thank you, Rick, for all the comments and Nova for replying. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are going to be from Rashawn, but let me just take a look at... sure, we can do that. And the first one says, whoa, Sunday vid, we up. Well, these are rare ones, but it does take away the Monday video. I started... Oh, I thought we had the dates unlocked already. I guess not, but I guess... I started JP Uma yesterday, and I'm so lost. I'm just pulling on Still in Love after getting the Stay Gold card quite early. I guess I'll hit pity on both in a few days. Oh. Nova says, hey, another global player sucked into JP, and Rashawn says, for a little while at least, I'll probably be super casual and just pull the cute girlies I like. Then Nova says, yep, that's my global Uma experience. I didn't even bind my account yet. Kind of interesting being a super casual in the version that's way ahead over the current version or the newest version, which is global. Kind of interesting, but it is what it is. Oh, I should make sure I don't forget to do a race. If I do, that'll be kind of funny. But is there any more? Yes, next comment from Rashawn says, 4 Bakushins in a row. Bakushin must love you. Maybe. 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 A good speed. I just do that. Looks just like my Still in Love pulls. Did you go all the way to pity? Is that what you're saying? And then Still in Love vid next. Yeah, the most likely it was gonna be Still in Love video next. Usually after I pull a character that's especially for an anniversary character, I normally would do it as the next video after pulling them. Normally. Let's just schedule that just in case. Just in case I forget. It has happened. It has happened. And then after that, that's all the comments from Rashawn. Thank you, Rashawn, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are gonna be from... or comment. I don't know what to name you, but it says Olay88 Blue GMC. I think for short, I'll just call you Olay. But if there's a specific name you want me to call you, just leave it down in the comment section. If you do end up commenting again in the JP video, because it says I read the beginning of your comment and it says, I'm on global and I just had as bad or not worse luck when going for Smart Falcon. I had to hit pity and got like 3 or 4 3 stars the whole time. Only one of those was not a dupe. I believe most of the ones I got were dupes. Most. I don't even know who were the dupes were, because yeah, I just didn't want to remember, I guess. I do remember the ones that were new, which was the Mecha Biwa and... Is there another one? Felt like... Oh yeah, and the Ballroom Daichi Ruby. As for most of the others, we're all just dupes. But other than that, thank you, Olay, Blue, GMC. But if there is another name that would you rather let me call you by, let me know down in the comment section. Next comment is gonna be from like Eugen. Let me see if there's more than one. Nope. Next comment is gonna be from Eugen, and it says, after I pick all of this, unfortunate reach the heaven before getting still in love. Though there are some non-dupe Umas have been obtained, but we reach the unknown area for mustard like Nova. Nova is just the King Lucky mustard. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. By the time it hits the end of November, it's gonna be 2 years. And for the most part, besides the support banner for the next scenario, I don't see him pulling for any Umas unless it's an Uma he likes. Unless it's like Daring Tack, maybe. Is it Daring Tack or is it Daring Heart? One of those. At least that's what I'm assuming. Oops. Or just one of the two. Probably Daring Tack. Or both. I don't know if he likes both, but I'm gonna say he likes both. And the thing is, when I'm just looking for the promo for the anniversary, someone, I guess Rick, called me a whale. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. I was like, I'm just looking and you seem like you're barking the wrong tree. I admit I did spend, but around $5 to $10 a month for Factor Pass, and it's a big whale. I should go back being a caveman then. I think that's kind of a little too far, calling you a whale when you're not even spending Nova types of money. That's the only comparison I can have, because Nova is, well, he pretty much swipes in every game. So, pretty much, I say. I think there's one at least he hasn't swiped in, I think. From what I'm trying to remember. It feels like he only has one game left that he hasn't swiped in. But that's kind of weird. Skip goldfish, skip dolphin, straight to whale. I can't agree with that. I can't. Well, this one. Well, what can you say? Rick and Nova just get still in love around 20 to 30 tickets, and then seems like they are trying to aggravate me. Yeah? Depends on you. If you're easily to aggravate, or if, like, piss off, then that's more of a you thing. Wouldn't it be? That's how I see it. If you're easily irritated or whatever, that seems more like a you thing. Oh, 4 options. Let's see. I think I'll just go for the 3rd option. Or I can go for the 4th option. Maybe. Sure, we'll go with the 4th option. I just wanted to get the most amount of skill points. Let's see, have I done this already? I think this will be fine for now. To pull for me to reach heaven, what do you expect? Nova will simply flex like it was nothing and complain about double Uma banners that he's not even trying to pull. Either way, Nova would end up with the character he wants one way or another. You know what I mean? I'm pulling next month on my birthday like what I always do during the half annie, so you can say on the last day of free 10 pulls. So carrots would be tight because I will go for the rest of remaining and free support cards and hoping I get one from free pulls. If I have the new alternate twin turbo costume, I could go for 2 heavens. Well, you do what you gotta do. That's what we're all doing here. And then Nova says, Rick calling you a whale is the next chapter of Noki calling Shushu a casual. I think there's a huge difference because if he only spends like he says $5 to $10. To call someone a whale that spends $5 to $10 a month compared to others who would spend like hundreds, depending. It's kind of hilarious. It's kind of hilarious. Also, kind of uncalled for because it's like, it's like either he's doing it for fun or just to mess around with Eugen. But from what it seems like, from how Eugen sounds, I don't know if he's easily aggravated or not. Because sometimes it seems like it based on the responses, but I'm gonna say nah. I'm gonna assume or give Rick the benefit of the doubt that he's just messing with Rick. I mean, that Rick is messing with Eugen for the most part. It's gonna blow over soon enough, but still a bit entertaining to bring it up once in a while. I mean, compared to the 2 or 3 months that I kind of slowed down, I've been pretty much doing at least 5 compared to the 2 to 3. So it's a little bit more than what I was doing. Like, I think it was during November, December, and January. I think it was around those times. But other than that, thank you, Eugen, for the comment. Appreciate it as always, and Nova for replying. Next comment is gonna be from MC Badwolf. Full tilt pity on the support banner, ending up with a 3 LB stay gold and LB1 admire groove before saving the ticket until the end of free pulls. But you went all the way to pity without waiting for the free pulls to end? Well, let's just hope you can finish it off, I guess, with the remaining of the free pulls. But thank you, MC Badwell, for the comment. Appreciate it as always. Well, I don't remember if you commented before. Probably. I just probably not too often. But appreciate it regardless. Next comments are going to be from Nova. Yep. And the first one says, wasn't expecting a Sunday video, but I guess anniversary can't wait. Like I said, it wasn't the first time that I posted over the weekend when an anniversary's been around. I think I'll just rest this time. And then, well, I should have used a ticket, but oh well. Well, this CM's going to be interesting. I'm going to be honest. I don't know who to pick for the betweener wall. Obviously, Summer Vivlos. I guess I'll use Still in Love for meta fun. Last spot is either Love's Only You or Summer Crown. I'll just train both and see what happens. I'm not keen on raising a chaser this time around, and I do have a Donna leader as backup. Man, I always did say betweeners need a power up, and this time, I got it. I think it was about time, to be honest. I think it was about time. Because there was rarely any. I mean, last year it was a lot of leader supports, leader in general or specific distances, but just leaders. There was a lot of them last year. So yeah, I think it was just about time. Master Race is actually good, WTF. You get another shot at obtaining the rocks you didn't get the first time around. And I should probably check that out. As in, that's my response, because I know it sounded like I continued off for the comment, but no, that's what I was saying. I should probably check it out. Inoki says in response, I checked and it turns out the first Master Challenge was one I started in December 2023. That month was also the time of Christmas Measure, or the time the Measure Christmas banner was out. So it was basically time where Nova got his last pity pull. Just to leave it out there again. Noah says, oh wait, so no extra income for me, boo. Noah says, yikes. And Tanoki says, well, extra income would have been nice. It would have. Definitely can agree with that. But I have to go check it out, because if we can go back, then that would be nice, because I wouldn't mind getting some free extra income to kind of slowly recover from what happened with my pulse. New Umas are good regardless, but yeah, your luck is still the opposite of mine. I can't get off rates that often. I think we all know that your luck is just basically better than most. Over here at least. Especially for almost 2 years. So, yeah. I am not familiar. Also, the ticket thing only applies to support cards. They lock the Uma selector behind the paywall. Makes sense. But that's fine for you because you will swipe anyway. Next comment from Nova says, oh god, sorry to see that, Shushu. At least you got several new Umas. More like just 2, and that's not several. That's just a few. The several Umas, yes, but a lot of them, or most of them, were dupes. So, not only that, it was dupes on Umas that I most likely probably won't train. Have no intention of training. So, yeah. If you were trying to make my pulls look better than it looked, reaching pity is already overshadows that by a long shot. So if that was your attempt, it didn't work. Especially coming from the guy who got her in 20 pulls. You know? I see a pattern here. Almond Eye for medium speed. Well, medium speed, but you can use it for general because of the bottom option. Groove for between or medium. Yeah. And Suzuka Guts for runner medium. That's a random card for you to mention because you don't use runners. So it's kind of funny. Not gonna lie, Shushu. I like aliens. Well, when I was a kid living in Hawaii, I had tons of alien books borrowed from the school library. It was an obsession until anime took me away. Aliens. Now I can see why there's a heavy interest in aliens, or when you mention them in the comments. I can see why now. I mean, liking aliens is, I guess, is just another way of, like, for those who believe in Sasquatch or Bigfoot. And I guess the paranormal, because, you know, there's the divide between those who believe in it or not. And I'm on the paranormal side. Aliens. I mean, if there is life outside of where we live on Earth, aren't we technically aliens too? To those that live outside of the Earth, if they do exist? Technically? I don't know. But moving on, Daring Tack is part of the Triple Tiara Umas with Almond Eye, Ramano, Donna, and Still in Love. I see there's a pattern with Umas I'm pulling. Quite interesting. Ramano's been released, then Donna, then Still in Love. That means since we got Almond Eye card earlier this year, that means Almond Eye should be releasing sometime soon. In the future. At least that's what it seems like. But I mean, I pretty much wanted to pull for Almond Eye, and I obviously Ramino and Donna and Still in Love I pulled also. So there it is. Although two of them has been half Annie characters. Ramino was released a month after Half Annie. If I remember it. And Almond Eye, we'll see. We'll see. Seeing that she's reaching about a year from when she got released, or card wise, he could be releasing pretty soon, probably. See, now that I think about it, we were certain that Orfev was the 4-year anniversary Uma, and then we were for sure certain that it was Still in Love for the Half Annie for Still in Love. We are 6 months away from 6 months away from the anniversary. Early predictions, but who you guys think it will be? Could it be Almond Eye? Is that what we're looking at? Could it be Almond Eye? Maybe. Maybe. Wait, was the Almond Eye card? I believe I was on the same time as the Rudolph card, right? Oh no, that was the Annie. Oh wait. And Almond Eye is definitely probably the best prediction for for the anniversary. Well, I guess that's a prediction that I'll go with. Because so far it's kind of just been the trend. We got Doramente speed card turned into Doramente anniversary next one. Same thing with Orfev. And then the same thing with the Half Annies. So I think it's safe to say that Almond Eye should be the anniversary character. Safe to say. But Tofu should have a rerun down the line, but I think the Octopus Lady looks alright. I am not into tentacles. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, we'll just leave it at that. It depends who Fufu gets released with. That's the way I see it, because I would love to get her just to have her with Ishwin, but it is what it is. We'll just see how when they release her later on, or when they re-release her later on. I don't remember the Octopus Lady's name, but like I said, we'll just leave it at that. Hey, we have a fellow quitter. I guess quitting Uma once was enough for me. I think you just didn't like the scenario. I think you just didn't like the scenario. Probably would have been different if you did like the scenario. Wait, did Uma have DMM client from the beginning? I thought it was something after the original release. I'm actually not sure. I believe so, because I do remember doing my re-rolls, and this was within the first month, so I would assume so. And DMM was the time I did use DMM a lot until, well, until they made it harder for me to play on DMM. Like before, it was manageable, wasn't that much lag or anything, or wasn't hard connecting. But even now, if I were to try it, which I won't, because it gave me a hard time. The reason why it gave me a hard time to start off with Uma Global on Steam was because I was on DMM. for some reason. But yeah, I believe it was there within at least the first month or two. Well, first month for sure, because I was already playing on it. The only reason why I didn't record on DMM is because for some odd reason OBS wasn't picking up the window, and that confused the crap out of me. But I was still playing it as long as it was working. Language barrier is an excuse in 2025. Man, I swear people are lazy. I just don't like the language. Well, I could if you really wanted to like read the story and all that, I guess. But to play the game, yeah, I agree. 100%. Anime needs is easy, but yeah, with intro level learning, you'll get the bare minimum. Mandarin just makes things a lot faster. Like I can tell the position and distance immediately. Well, I mean, if you can just remember the symbols, then you can pretty much tell who's what distance and all that. that definitely doesn't take too long to remember, especially if you've seen it for a bit. Um, 6 Umas and 60 pulls is luckier though, in my humble opinion. Anyways, there's a difference though. You had 2. So who knows what would have happened if you had more pulls? Except the game just would rather give you early pulls plus the early pulls while getting the new Uma rather than letting you get older Umas. But it doesn't matter because you're still getting Umas you didn't get in the past from either the monthly tickets or I guess paid banners. So does it really matter for you? Does it really matter for you? It says, oh, looks like we got a contender. In order to surpass my luck, Kazuki needs to swipe 2. This is just what it takes to overtake me. I mean, no, I don't think so. Reason being is because most of these pulls are either tickets or the free currency. That's why I don't count the paid banners or whatever. It just doesn't make sense for me to count it. Just doesn't make sense for me to count it. So no, he literally just needs to, after you lose, after you get to pity, whenever that is, maybe probably even never. But if you do, then he would have to go as long as you did without going all the way to pity, let alone only going over half pity once. So yeah, that's all I got. Other than that, that's pretty much it for all the comments from Nova. Thank you for the comments, Nova. Appreciate it as always. Is there any in between comments? Nope. Next comment is gonna be from Iori. I think my JP account has been cursed by Cygames. I MOB'd Almondai and got 2 copies of Airshaker from last support card banner. But after that, I tried summoning on the new support card banner and didn't get a single SSR from 100 pulls. What's worse, that I squeezed out every free carrot from story and character quest. I mean, it's just gacha games. One banner you're doing well, the next banner, well, it might not look as well, at least for most of us. That's what it seems like. So to me, it's just kind of the normal. After, you know, the gacha games I played in the past and the current gacha games I play now, it's kind of just a normal thing. It's just a gacha game. Can't really expect to keep pulling. Well, can't really expect to just keep pulling perfectly fine, normal for forever. Sanoki says, another victim of the Russian roulette banner. I will still be useful for maybe 2 to 6 months, though. Shakur is an odd pick. It depends on how you see it. If you truly just care about tier lists and all that, then I guess 2 to 6 months. But if you're like me, who will use whatever card I have, aka my Kita card, if need be, it's useful regardless. Doesn't matter what anyone says to me. And then Iori responded saying, thought tier list and both cards double S tier, so it was obvious which to choose. Like I said, I don't really care about tier lists or whatever. Well, especially when it comes to Umas, but other than that, it is what it is. It is what it is. But thank you, Iori, for the comments, and Tanoki for replying. Tanoki's next comment, or Tanoki's comment says, hey, congrats on Still in Love. Skipping her myself, not that into the Uma. I don't know about the congrats, reaching pity. I feel like that was more of a... that kind of hurts more than feeling like I've been congratulated. Going all the way to pity. I don't know how I feel about that. Being congratulated going to pity. That kind of feels more like a... low-key an insult rather than an actual congrats. Oh. Huh? It just turned into guts. I'll take it. I don't even know what the heck just happened. This is interesting. Speed is kind of low. Am I surprised? Kinda. Am I surprised? No, I think the reason why stamina. Oh, maybe I don't think I got in too much speed training, to be quite honest. This is more stamina than I wanted. I was doing off-camera runs, and I did ditch the stamina card for guts. And it'll be like right under 1400 or around there, if it's a really good run. But, huh. What is their schedule? 2 more races? Yes, 2 more races. So I should probably... I'll just do this. But other than that, thank you, Tanoki, for the comment. Appreciate it as always, even though this one... You probably meant well, but me going to pity doesn't sit right with me to be congratulated, because I went all the way to pity. Doesn't sit right with me. And then the last comments, at least if I refresh this, let me double check if it will be the last comments. Yes, the last comments will be from Kazuki. First one says, this pulling session is painful to watch. It was. Yet I got congratulated by Tanoki. That's a reason why I'm like, But yeah, for me, I think that's still kind of worth it. Got a lot of Umas. Some of them are new too. Well, just... The only one I probably see myself using is Daichi Ruby, but other than that... But yeah, who knows? Maybe you got lucky on the support card banner. On what they said, never give up. I don't think it's a matter of giving up or not. I'm still gonna go all the way to pity, but it's not even my decision on whether or not I get the cards. So just like any other gacha game I've played, whatever happens, happens. Plus, this wouldn't be the first time that I don't get MOBs, so nothing new if it does happen. I got LB2 Admire Groove, right now in my main account. I did the previous Master Challenge and got 8.9k carrots plus the Uma story that I didn't have from the anniversary, and finished the 4.5 anniversary missions. I got 12k plus carrots overall. Nice. Surprisingly, the previous Master Challenge is too easy. My Chronogenesis, Measure Ardent Alt, and Rhinecraft Alt carried me to level 3 challenge and cleared it. I would expect it would be easier than when it was originally released because it was in the last scenario. So being that we are in the newer scenario, being able to train better Umas, it should have been easier. The consequence that I'm going to face is I'm going to be too broke after the anniversaries. That sounds about right. Kinda sounds about right, especially if you're not Nova. So yeah. I want to buy the anniversary package for the Uma ticket exchange because I really want to get Love's Only You and Calstone Lido. But I can't since I'm saving up money to buy something. Fair enough. Fair enough. And then Nova says, being broke is fine, since the only thing you have to worry about is a scenario shift in 2 months. Not if an Uma you likes gets released. You would pretty much just have to do the sacrifice of not pulling them, which I have done. Because I think it was about a year ago that Durandal was released, right before the Half Annie, I think. Or was it after the Half Annie? I think it was after. Before or after. Regardless. Wanted to pull for Durandal, and it didn't happen because I wanted to save. So there's that. And then the last comment from Kazuki says, update but not in my main account. Got 4 Umas and a single 10 pull, but none of them are still in love. Dang. Air Shakur, OG, Biwa, Hayahide, OG, winning tickets, Steampunk, and Mejuro Dober Summer. Also got 3 LB Admire Groove on my main account with the free 10 daily pulls today. I'll be honest, my free pulls haven't been nice. They haven't been nice either. So, if that gives a hint on how it's been going in the 4.5 anniversary pulls in general. Been kind of bad. If I can somehow walk away with one of the cards with a few dupes, I'll take it. But regardless, I think if I were to pick card, probably stay gold just so I can have a guts card. But we'll see what the game does. But with that being said, that should be all the comments. So thank you, Kazuki, Tanoki, Iori, Nova, MC Badwolf, Eugen, Rashawn, Rick, and Olay, Blue GMC. For all the comments, appreciate it as always. And with that being said, we're pretty much done with the run. Just gotta go pick the skills. Yeah, this run could have been better. I'll say that. Speed is a little low. Could be because I chose Almond Eye, but I will say I have done 2 speed builds with Almond Eye, and they were around 1800s. So I'm gonna just say it was a bad speed training RNG. But we'll just see how I do off camera, and whenever we train her again, maybe next week for the scenario or CM, we'll see. But let me just pick some skills. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make her skills with the, I guess, level up the skills, and because I didn't have enough books, gold books to be specific. So that's all right, I guess. But let's see. Just pick out the skills. See, we're probably at least a high UC, if anything. That's what I think. Maybe a high UC. I'm not too sure, but for sure. Oh. Forgot which one was which. I know one of them was like the uphill and then during the downhill. I think it's the bottom one. I don't know. I don't think it matters because I could definitely train a better one. Which I'll most likely be training her off camera just to see. Just to see. Yep, UC as predicted. Fairly high UC. Not high UC, but it's alright. It's alright. But with that being said, 1620 speed, 1700 stamina. Yeah, that's a lot of stamina. I think when I do an off-camera run, I remove stamina and just give it a guts. I think that's what I would do. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. 1700 stamina, 1673 power, 1121 guts, and 1265 on wise with S aptitudes on turf and medium distance. Obviously, it's my first one, so it'll be the highest. Who knows how many runs I'll do after this, but other than that, that's gonna be it for this video. So if you guys are making this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys did in your polls if you guys haven't. Also, I guess how your weekend went, since I did post over the weekend, and I think I did forget to mention that, but how your weekend went, and if there's anything else you guys want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comments section down below. As long as it's appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is in the description. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in, and it's called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle, and then after that, head over to the comment section or the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Gotta head into global, and guess you guys will figure out whether or not I made it to the group finals. Maybe whether or not I did do the extra run, or if I did and I made it or not. You'll figure it out on the global video. I'll spill the beans there. So with that being said, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you once again. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.